Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another of the lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the daily office lectionary. And today for Wednesday, let's take a look at the lessons assigned from St. Luke's Gospel. We're already up to chapter number 22, and Jesus is now sitting down to celebrate the Passover meal with his disciples, what we call Maundy Thursday on our church calendar. So chapter 22 beginning at verse 14. And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him. And he said unto them, With desire have I desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I say unto you that I will not any more eat thereof until it be fulfilled in the kingdom of God. And he took the cup and gave thanks, and said, Take this and divide it among yourselves. For I say unto you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of God shall come. And he took bread, and gave thanks, and brake it, and gave it to them, saying, This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. Likewise also the cup after supper, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood, which is shed for you. But behold, the hand of him that betrayeth me is with me on the table. And truly the Son of Man goeth as it was determined, but woe unto that man by whom he is betrayed. And they began to inquire among themselves which of them it was that should do this thing. And there was also a strife among them, which of them should be accounted the greatest. And he said unto them, The kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and they that exercise authority upon them are called benefactors. But ye shall not be so. But he that is greatest among you, let him be as the younger, and he that is chief as he that doth serve. For whether is greater, he that sitteth at meat or he that serveth? Is not he that sitteth at meat? But I am among you as he that serveth. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptations. And I appoint unto you a kingdom, as my Father hath appointed unto me, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, so again, Last Supper, and we recognize, I hope, that institution narrative, which is the institution of the sacrament of Jesus's body and blood. It was at the Passover meal that he takes the elements of the Passover supper, which is that remembrance of God feeding the people of Israel, helping them to escape from slavery in Egypt, when the angel of death passed over the house, and of course the items that they use during that Passover meal in remembrance of that event include the unleavened bread, right? They didn't have time for the bread to leaven before the angel of death was coming, so they were to make unleavened bread, and of course they had the lamb. So Jesus uses those elements of bread and wine and adds this new layer of importance to them by saying that this is my body and this is my blood. It's not a metaphor, it is straight out, right? And of course we follow that up with our celebration of the Holy Communion. We take Jesus at his word. We combine that with John's gospel when John says, unless you eat my flesh and drink my blood, you have no life in you. If Jesus said that, and we believe him, then how did he do it? Here we go. Luke's gospel account of the institution of the narrative. But also, of course, it's interesting to hear that after Jesus says, one of you will betray me, they have a little argument over who it might be. And then they turn, next thing you know, they're arguing about who's going to be the greatest among them, when they should be humbled by the fact that one of them is going to betray them, and they don't know who it is. Judas knows, of course, that they turn it around. And Jesus says, look, you guys, you got it all wrong, right? This is about service in the kingdom. God is giving you a kingdom, and like Jesus, you're to be serving, not being ministered to. So today is Wednesday, and we, of course, have Holy Communion at 12:50. Oh, I'm sorry, no service today because there's a Tiger baseball game, a daytime game, which is going to mess up all the ability to get to the church. So we will suspend Wednesday service, and we will have Holy Communion again on Thursday. And may your Wednesday be full of blessing.